Have you been fishing? On a boat? In the river? Have you gone hunting? On a mountain? In the forest? Have you enjoyed a hike on the Canopy Trail? If so, you have experienced the joys of living in this beautiful place. But did you notice the things that didn't belong? My name is Cadence Harris, and I am an angler here in Campbell River, British Columbia. Throughout my time on the river, I have noticed the effects we have on our waterways. The Campbell River estuary has thousands of tires, pounds of garbage, and it is affecting both our oceans and our rivers. It is poisoning our fish and dwindling the population. Have you ever seen a steelhead? I haven't either. That is due to the fact that there is no longer any left in Campbell River.
Yes, conservation to me is very, very important. So much so that I have streamlined my program here at Carey High Fly Fishing to incorporate a lot of the elements. So I not only teach it, but we practice conservation. And one of the examples here is a toilet lid we found in the Campbell River estuary in 2019. It still smells like the sea, which is fun. But this is more of a symbol for us and a reminder of what we're doing as humans to our oceans and rivers and stuff like that. So I use this as a mark to show kids that we're involved in conservation and that it is important to help protect our rivers and streams and tidal water. So historically, I know that our rivers were greatly affected by forestry, of course, and now today they have a great standard that they go by. Even when it comes to mining and so on, a lot of the industry really kind of affected rivers, which therefore affected salmon and trout and so on. So today's practices are a lot better because in the past they didn't have measures to kind of sustain fish habitat, and so I think moving forward it's looking bright, and looking forward to seeing what happens. Well, it's important to me because it's part of one of my favorite hobbies. So I'm a big hunter and a fisher, and I love to get out on the water and into the wilderness, and we need to protect that area. And if we don't, we're going to seriously jeopardize our future for our children and their children. So we need people that understand what it means to be a good steward of the earth, but also understand what conservation really does mean, and that's protecting our resources, taking care of them, and providing some sort of sustainability for our future. I think there's been a really big push on this. I think more so we'd want to kind of crack down on the garbage. Like even when I bring the students out to pick up garbage as a conservation effort, we see a lot. We see everything from garbage bags to diapers to needles to socks to plastic to whatever, fishing line. And so I think it's really important that people are more educated about that moving forward, so they understand how plastic can break down and affect the whole ecosystem when it comes to microplastics and so on. There's so much to it that we should start small and then grow from there. So I think just practicing local cleanups and getting more people involved and building awareness is the first step to success. I would question why they wouldn't, or what their understanding of conservation was, because maybe it's a term that they don't fully grasp. And so I think as humans we should all be conservationists because we want to care for our future and our kids and so on, and help take care of the planet. And I don't even mean hippy dippy stuff. I mean like we got to take care of the plants and the animals so that they're around for the next 100 years and thereafter. And we need to work together in all industries and just practice good stewardship.
Do you know about conservation through many life experiences and classes I took for the KI program? One main person's Mr. Casterzy of the fly fishing program. He's telling me a lot about what it means to protect our rivers and why it matters to protect them. And he teaches a lot about a person named Hank Brown. Hank Brown is the first conservation officer of Campbell River, and he's also, enlighten P in a way to teach us how to protect the rivers and how we can carry on Hag Brown's, what he wants to protect. I know a lot because I can say that my family can be involved in it sometimes. My parents work for a fish farm company, and so they tell me a lot about what goes on, and so I shouldn't say much about that, but I know that definitely pollution happens in our rivers and in our ocean, and I don't like that, and I think we should, as a community, as people of Kemba River, should try and protect our rivers and ocean systems. Why is it important? Because if we don't worry and if we don't care about nature, we won't have a future generation of forests, of something we can have for the future. If we were to just toss and leave garbage on the river systems, everything would die, all the fish would be gone, and slowly the forest would die if we keep doing that. And we have to protect those concepts. I have tried my best to work on or join community cleanups, but I am a busy man and I have to work. But I would love to always try and join if I had the time.
And
what can we do? We can just, if you're out walking on the river, walking in the forest, walking in the bush, if you see that one piece of garbage, even just picking it up and hiking it back out can mean a fish life, a tree's life, anything. It's the importance. If you see garbage, just pick it up. And what you pack in, you pack out. That's the number one rule in hiking. And I say that I can't really say anything nice, but really that's just the person who you think you are and something that you need to realize and put in your head. And sorry to say that you're just not a person of society.
Industry has its place, but not on the little rivers or near their estuaries. These are places beyond price or substitute. It is time to look after them for their own values.
you are officially entering the fight for our world's oceans, rivers, waterways, fish, and forests. Understanding what knowledge you need to bring to this fight is exceedingly necessary. Government officials, whether that be provincial, federal, municipal, local, need to have something put in place to protect these fish and waters. Future generations may not know what fishing is, what a river is, or what it's like to be out in the ocean. There needs to be some sort of law or protocol in place for people who choose to pollute the rivers and choose to litter. Government officials can do better, but they refuse to.